Good evening. My name is Opiami Akinbamizele. I'm a senior journalism major at Lehigh University. And you've had many great accomplishments throughout your career, but what is your greatest achievement and why?
Surviving.
For those who don't know, Reverend Jackson just celebrated his 70th birthday.
I really think it's more of a process than an event, because once I hit the consciousness, the dignity was worth going to jail or dying for. That was the beginning of my life, and from that time on, working with Dr. King was a big deal. All that was generated by my parents' values of defining dignity. My father had a third-grade education. After he came to the military, one day we were working at the First National Bank. He worked for 3 different places under one boss, one general control company, the bank, and the courthouse, and the lawyer's building. And so the man who ran the company was an ordinarily pretty decent guy. And Dad was a very faithful worker. So one Sunday, Dad was teaching us, my brother and I, after church, how to use the buffer machines and how to empty the trash and then clean up the desk and sit there. If you see $5 on that floor, that's not accident. They're testing your honesty. If you see a $5, you pick it up, write a note, put it on the desk, and you can be trusted with these keys if you have that kind of honor. Teach you how to work, how to be honest. And the door opened, and Mr. Templeton walked in with 2 of his friends. He was a little tipsy. Hey, Charlie, come here, in that tone. And Daddy kept buffing. I must have been 7. He shut off to his friends. Charlie, come here. And I kept buffing. Now, Charlie, if you don't come here, I'm gonna kick you. He knew it was Christmas time. My mother was sick. Daddy had 3 jobs, all working for him. So Daddy stopped and took off his belt. I didn't know what to expect, because I know Daddy had sensitivity about what happened to him in World War II. He took all those keys off, walked over to him and said, now, I cannot stop you from kicking me. You know my wife is sick. You know I have 3 jobs working for you. I can't stop you from kicking me. But you can't take the leg back that you do the kicking with. So rather than get in trouble, you take these keys, I'm leaving here. That's where I learned my politics from. A sense of non-negotiable dignity. Some things that we're sacrificing for. All I've learned about politics is that if I'm saying free South Africa, or a let's talk rather than a no talk policy in the Middle East, trying to take principled position, it grows from a sense that the dignity must never be shortchanged for the shortcut. And dignity is a long distance runner in this race to make the world better.
Hi, my name is Oma Anidi. I'm a freshman biology major at Lehigh University. There seems to be a lot of self-hate and self-destruction within the Black community itself. And I guess my question is to you that since you've seen so much change in the way that others treat the Black community here in America, what do you suggest we do as a generation to change the way that we see ourselves and the way we treat each other?
Well, self-hatred is learned behavior. And it's reinforced by others who hate themselves, promulgated through daily life and through music and video. It's driven by people who are driven by low esteem and low expectations. And the audacity of self-love and otherness love is revolutionary. To love oneself adequate and love others properly is revolutionary in the face of self-hate. And in some sense, that becomes the burden of a generation to not self-destruct through drugs and violence and no self-hate. That's what the pejorative use of the N word and the B word. Jay-Z said he learned something when his baby was born a few weeks ago. He shouldn't use the B word anymore. Great. that should be retroactive. Because we must not, well, that golden rule thing again, doing others, treat your daughter like you want, like somebody else's daughter to be treated. Love, doing others as you have them doing, but just as self-hate is learned, then self-love is learned if it's taught. And what amounts to a kind of esteem. And I think what Dr. King taught us in our struggle to overcome Southern segregation was that we had the right, the same rights as other people had, not more than, not less than, but as much as. A kind of sense that we should expect to use the public facilities. You say if you sit on a bus and someone chooses not to sit beside you because you like, that's their right. But they don't have the right to make you get up because they don't feel comfortable. You have to learn self-love and maybe self-respect at the core of that. And I would hope that we would, our language use, and as we transmitted, and I think about Whitney and the greatest love of all and the like and the Star Spangled Banner is so far from music of degradation. Music has such power. And it should never be used to make us dance to the rhythm of degradation.